Chapters 16 through 18 of Jeremiah, deceitful hearts and a visit to a potter. Jeremiah had a few well-known phrases and verses, and one of them is found out of this section for today. But we'll start, though, with the cost God commands of Jeremiah. Don't marry. No kids. Don't go to funerals. Don't go where there's mourning. Don't join in. Don't join in feasting or celebrations. I mean, these are just common facets of life. And Jeremiah is told by God, don't have any part of those. Because they were to be a sign. He was to live in this countercultural way of those ways, to be a sign to the people that things were dire and they were going to leave the land in exile. They're going to leave the land again because they've not been following God. They've been following other gods. So they were like the other nations. They may as well go live with the other nations. They were trusting in the gods of these other nations as well, and in their own strength, as though they would be strong enough by themselves. And in that context comes Jeremiah 17, verses 7 to 10, which I just want to read. But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. They are like trees planted along a riverbank. It sounds like Psalm 1. With roots that reach deep into the water. Such trees are not bothered by the heat or worried by long months of drought. Their leaves stay green and they never stop producing fruit. And here's the line. The human heart is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? But I, the Lord, search all hearts and examine secret motives. I give all people their due rewards according to what their actions deserve. What is deceitful about our hearts that God is speaking about? It's who we're trusting in. Sometimes we don't even know, but God does, and God can reveal it to us. God calls Jeremiah to remind the people of practices that can discern our heart, including observing the Sabbath, as we continue on in chapter 17. What's so important about the Sabbath? We live in a culture that is shaped around Monday to Friday as the work week. Yes, there are lots of people, myself included, that don't work a Monday to Friday shift. But I say, even for me, Sundays, Monday through Thursday, Friday is a day off, and usually Saturdays are often significant pieces of that as well. We live in a 5-day work week culture. And so maybe in a little way, that's one of the reasons Sabbath isn't as tangible for us. But go to a agrarian culture, or for those of you who are listening that you have a farm background or you are farmers, farming is not a 5-day-a-week proposition. It could be a 7-day-a-week. There's always stuff to do, but it's a time of rest, or of, well, if I worked 7 days, I could cultivate, I could have a little more land, or I could have a little larger flock, or I could have a little more. And there's part of Sabbath where there's resting. There's a part of where we're trusting the provision of God. And so, but Sabbath, if we struggle to Sabbath, if we struggle to rest with God, if we struggle to rest from our work, that's actually something where we can start discerning our heart and go, what's going on inside me? Another famous analogy from Jeremiah's chapter 18, the potter and the wheel. And the analogy is simple. God's the potter. Judah, you're the clay. Potter started, wasn't going the way that the potter wanted. Put it all right back to square one and look to start again. And Jeremiah is saying, God has the same authority to do that to you, because God's saying, this is how it is. And this is exactly what God was going to look to do to Judah through the exile. He had started with the nation and it wasn't turning out right. They were inward focused. They were selfish. They were unjust. They didn't care about the other nations. There wasn't love for God or love for neighbor, including the stranger, the widow, the orphan, the foreigner, their own brothers and sisters. So God was going to break them down to reform his covenant people. All of this, I just want to go back to this question of just, how's your heart? And maybe spend some time today just saying, God, where's my heart at? Or tell God where you want your heart to be. and allow him to speak, respond, and work from there. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.